Heidi ho everyone. This is actually, believe it or not, take 3 on my video. Unexpected interruption from before, but that's okay. Natasha Munn, redhead with a bite here. How you doing, everybody? For those of you that know me outside of Tumblr, and for those of you who don't, you can all call me Cat, C-A-T. This is my 217 follower appreciation video. Actually, I think it might be 218 now. I got a new follower while I was doing take 2. I decided a while ago I wanted to do a another video, but I was kind of in a rut. I didn't feel. I posted comments about it. I said I wanted you guys to ask me questions, but I didn't get any. I didn't feel like, it would have been worth the time. But I decided I was going to do one anyway because I was wrong. It's definitely worth the time. Gives me something to do, helps me feel better. And even if you don't say something about it, I know you at least watch it. I wouldn't have 217 of you following me if, you didn't, want to interact or know anything, I guess. Know anything? Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so here I am in all my ADHD glory. Unfiltered, unedited, uncensored. Huh. Yeah, because I'm lazy that way. Yeah, there won't be any editing. That's my in-video PSA right there. For those of you wondering why I'm looking off over here, that's because that's my camera, my computer. My camera. Well, and my camera. I'm actually using my brother's computer to do this. This is my script. Because, like I said, I'm ADHD and I have a tendency to go off topic. Yeah. And if I don't have a script to keep track of myself, this video will go on forever. Last time my video, I was outside on the front porch. Now I'm inside in my parents' room because they're house sitting somewhere. And I like to come into their room when they're not here. Sweetie. Also, I'm on Skype with a friend. If you end up watching this, that's you right there. Mwah. I don't have very many questions, but the questions I do have, there's many answers. For question number 1, there's like 14 years worth of answers. Not even kidding. For questions 2 and 3, that could be fun. Question 4 is short and straightforward. Question 5, I'm ADHD, you're gonna get a long answer. Sorry. And question number 6 is actually a question I got from my sister a few days ago. And now that I have my answers written out, I can actually give them to her here in a little while. But I'm giving them to you guys first. Because I'm test running the stuff, and I gotta. It's fun. So, shall we get started? Question number 1. What are your favorite movies since the year 2000? Like I said, 14 years worth of answers, ladies and germs. Here we go. From 2000, it's just the one movie, Remember the Titans. It was my favorite movie. 2001, we have the very first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Also, the very first Lord of the Rings movie, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and Ocean's 11. Now, for those of you who are taking a look at my shirt, if you can see it, it says Hello Donnie at the bottom. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay. You would think Donnie Darko would be one of my favorites from 2001. It's not really, mostly because I haven't actually seen it all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces here and there, just never all the way through. 2002. Oh, by the way, this is a Think Geek shirt. You might remember from my first video, video games don't cause death. Lag does. Yeah. I have since then gotten 2 more Think Geek shirts, plus another shirt that I add to the collection, and I call these four shirts my nerd shirts. The second shirt was a Star Trek shirt. This is shirt number 3. My 4th shirt is actually a SHIELD shirt. It's got the SHIELD logo on here, and I love it. Any videos I do, these 4 shirts might be just the shirts I wear. Anyway, back to questions. Question number 1, we're in 2002. 2 Towers, Lord of the Rings, The 2 Towers. The second Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Also, Catch Me If You Can, one of my favorite Leo DiCaprio movies. Oh, I need to redraw my kitty. I have a kitty on my cup. I decided to draw a kitty earlier today. Identifies it as Cat's Cup. Yes, because my nickname is Catherine. Yeah. Anyway, from 2003, I like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Bad Boys 2. What's up? We have now moved on to 2004. My favorite movies from 2004 are Harry Potter 3, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Mean Girls, because on Wednesdays we wear pink, and The Chronicles of Riddick. Vin Diesel, man. From 2005. 2005 was not a great year for me, the first few months. Yeah, the first few months especially. But my favorite movie from 2005 is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Cody, make up your mind. Sit still somewhere, huh? My dog, ladies and germs. Ignore the mess. It's really only this side of the room, I swear. Oh! From, where are we? We're on 2005 now? Yeah, Harry Potter 4. Yeah. That's my favorite movie from that year. I'm sitting here playing with my memories. I should stop that before I break it. From 2006, we have moved on to the next year. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Of the Pirates trilogy, I like the first 2 the best. The third one was okay. Not that fussed about it. But, you know, it was good movie. Also from 2006, The Devil Wears Prada, because I like Anne Hathaway. And RV, because of Robin Williams. From 2007, there's really only one movie for me from 2007. That's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. From 2008, we have WALL-E, because, well, WALL-E, hello. Iron Man, RDJ, and Vicky Cristina Barcelona. It's a good movie. It's one of Scarlett Johansson's movies. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's a good movie. It's a bit of a chick flick, but it's a good movie nonetheless. From 2009, moving on, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Admittedly, I prefer the book to the movie, but then again, who doesn't when it comes to that kind of thing? Prefer the book to the movie? It's kind of like the Twilight series. I love the Twilight series. I love the books. I do not, however, care too much for the movies. However, I did see the 4th movie. Both. I did see Breaking Dawn and Breaking Dawn Part 2 in the movie theaters, and they were pretty good. I have to admit, those 2 were probably the best out of all of them. Also from 2009, Up. My favorite characters were the bird and the dog. Also from 2009, Star Trek, because I am a huge Star Trek freak. I love Star Trek. I'm a Star Trek nerd. I grew up on Star Trek. I grew up watching all of them. I actually own all of the Star Trek books. And I'm not talking, you know, I'm talking all of them. The original series books, the Next Generation books. Oh my god, I have a couple of Deep Space Nine books. I've got a few Voyager books. Just, oh my god. And when they did the reboot in 2009, I was all over that shit. Just all over it. The Blind Side. Now, I'm not a big football person. I maybe watch 2 games a year. I have an email, y'all. Yeah, I watch 2 games a year. I watch the Carolina Clemson game because I am from South Carolina, and that is the biggest game for us every year. And I watch the Super Bowl. Yep. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the email. Chipotle careers. What's these? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So, big news here. I just got an interview. Yeah, I got an interview. I'm currently job hunting, and this is a pretty stressful time for me right now. We would like to set up a time to meet with you in person. Below are details of the interview. If unable to make this time slot, please email us back at the address below. Wow. I have to call them tomorrow morning. What time they open? Justin and Devin. Oh, hey, okay. 7 to 7. Wow. Wow. Okay. I have an interview. What's up with me? I just gotta figure out where the heck they are. Coral Landing, Palm Harbor. August 27th at 10 a.m. 33121. Okay, so they're on this side of Palm Harbor. I'm sorry, guys. This is big for me, okay? Job hunting is a stressful thing for me. Especially right now. Stop turning sideways, you numbskull. Okay. Mentioned you in a post. Who mentioned me in a post? Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Once you've been tagged, list 6 things. Oh, he's they. I'll take a look at that when I actually get on Tumblr. Anyway. Yeah, The Blind Side. Yeah. It's a good movie. And Sherlock Holmes also from 2009 because RDJ. Right? RDJ. Cody, seriously, can you not? Are you like incapable of getting comfortable? Like really? From 2010, we have How to Train Your Dragon because it was awesome. I love Astrid and Hiccup. Also, Rough Nut and Tough Nut, they're funny. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Alice in Wonderland because of Johnny Depp as Mad Hatter. He's actually my favorite version of Mad Hatter I have ever watched. Tangled because it's cute and Flynn Rider. Eugene! Second time I've said that, his name like that in one of my videos. And Iron Man 2. Because of Rhodey. I like Iron Man 2 because of Rhodey. Oh, yeah. From 2011, I like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Of the 8 movies, of all 8 movies, I like that one the best. It is my favorite. Captain America, the First Avenger. Liked it very much so. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. Now, I have to be honest. The reason I like that movie, of all the Mission Impossible movies, period, is because of Jeremy Renner. He's my favorite actor. He's yummy. Believe it or not, he's the reason I like. Well, I don't. He's the only reason I own the Hurt Locker. And I'm not overly fond of the Hurt Locker, but he's the reason I have it. My next favorite movie from 2011 is Crazy Stupid Love, because she's an amazing actress. I also like Easy A, but that's not from 2011. Also from 2011, X-Men First Class, because I like how they're setting up to reboot it, and I like the ideas that I'm getting when I look at previews for Days of Future Past, which I have yet to watch, which I will. That's a movie I'll be watching soon. Also Thor. I like pretty much all of the Marvel movies. Go figure. From 2012, moving on up the years, The Avengers. Because it is the first time I get to see Natasha. Oh, she's my favorite character. And Jeremy Renner. Because he is Hawkeye. Okay, I'm okay, I swear, guys. The Amazing Spider-Man. The Hunger Games. The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Love it. Skyfall. And The Bourne Legacy. Also because of Jeremy Renner. But of the entire Bourne series, Legacy is my favorite. Moving on to 2013. My favorite movies are Catching Fire, Star Trek Into Darkness, because Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing as Khan. He did a really good effing job. And Thor 2, The Dark World, that's a good movie. Now You See Me, I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched Now You See Me, it was because of Mark. But now, anytime I watch Now You See Me, it's because it's a kick-ass movie, and Mark. Iron Man 3, even though Iron Man 3 annoys me, because there are plot holes within it. The questions that are left unanswered that irritate me. But I love it nonetheless. And Frozen. But I'm pretty sure everybody loves Frozen. So I'm not the only one. You all like it and you know it. From 2014, thus far, these are the only movies that I've seen from this year that I know I like. Captain America, The Winter Soldier, also known as Steve Rogers' Bucky Barnes, and Divergent. Now, I've read all three of the Divergent books, and I have to say, I regret it. Not because they're not good, they're amazing books, but because through the entire third book, I was in tears. And I read all three of those books in 3 days. Yeah, I started book 1 early in the day. I finished book 1 around midnight, 2 o'clock. Somewhere between midnight and 2 o'clock. And then I started book 2 right after. And I finished it around noon. And then I started book 3 about an hour before I went to bed, because I had to take a break and do shit. An hour before I went to bed that night, and then I finished that around 9 o'clock the next day. So yeah. They're good books. And so far I like where the movies are going. I hope the books are done justice with the movies. And hopefully they turn out really well. Okay, we're at 19 minutes. Holy crap. Okay, for those of you wondering what the hell I'm doing. Right here, where from elbow to here is where the time is, letting you know how long this video is thus far. Because right here is mostly all, well, I can't see it. So I'm at 19 minutes and 57 seconds. now we're at 20 minutes, folks. Uh-oh, my battery's running low. So let's plug in. And we are going. I did. Don't tell me these things I already know. Okay. There, we are charging. Okay. And that is it for the very first question. 14 years worth of answers, I told you. Question number 2. What are Natasha's hobbies? Baking and cleaning her weapons. Not normally at the same time, though it has happened. Let's move that down some. I don't particularly want that picture. Okay. Anyway, not necessarily at the same time, but it has happened on occasion. Seriously though, that's a mental image for you. You walk into the kitchen. You got this big ass, huge, nice kitchen. Avengers Mansion or Tower, take your pick. And Natasha's in the kitchen. One side of the kitchen is all of her baking goods and what have you, and the other side is her weapons arsenal. You got that spread across the table and the one half of the island, and part of the counter over here. And she's standing there at the end of the counter, at the end of the island, facing the door, and she's just finished rolling out. She's just finished with mixing and icing for whatever she's about to pull out of the oven. Right here now, she's cleaning one of her guns. And you're standing there in the doorway, terrified. Well, I would be terrified. Standing there in the doorway watching this. She's just cleaning her gun. And all of a sudden, the timer goes off. She puts this gun down, she picks up a couple of oven mitts, puts them on, turns to the stove, opens it up, pulls out a baking tray, turns around, and you see a tray of freshly baked Pop-Tarts in her hand. Now, what do you do? Are you going to be enticed by the baked goods or terrified of the arsenal on the other half of the kitchen? Like I said, I would be terrified. But yes, her hobbies are baking and cleaning her weapons. Wow. Do you yourself have any hobbies, and what are they? Me? I do have hobbies. My hobbies are writing. I like to write. I do fan fiction for the most part. Reading. I do a lot of it. I got like 600 books right here. Not really, but close. And making myself look like a loony, which, as you see, I'm really good at so far. Another question for both the Mun and the Muse. What are your favorite colors? My favorite color is red. Oops, we're at 23 minutes. Not that we're really keeping track, but whatever. Anyway, yeah. And Natasha's favorite colors are green, gold, and purple. She says she likes purple because of Clint. Do you have a favorite genre of music? And if so, or not, what is your favorite from that genre? Favorite song from that genre? I don't have a specific favorite genre. I really don't. Not really. But I have a few favorite songs currently. And they're currently stuck in my head, all 3 of them. When I'm Gone, the Cup song. When I'm Gone. I can't seem to get out of my head for whatever reason. Let It Go from Frozen. To be honest, I think that that one is everyone's favorite song, whether they admit to it or not. It's your favorite song and you know it, don't lie. And another one of my favorites is Titanium. I can't seem to get it out of my head either. But that one might correspond with When I'm Gone because of Pitch Perfect. I watched that recently and those songs have been stuck in my head. Yep. Moving on to the next series of answers. Wrong button. In honor, my sister asked me this question a few days ago. I'm able to actually give her answers now. In honor of the late, great Robin Williams, what is your favorite quote or quotes from any of his movies? I have a lot of favorite quotes from Robin Williams. And we're going to start with Mrs. Doubtfire. And forgive the bad accent, but it's got a with for the quote. It's just, oh sir, I saw it. Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Oh, the terrorists! They ran that way. It was a run by fruiting. I'll get them, sir. Don't worry. I didn't do the line quite well, but don't care. My favorite quote. From Dead Poet Society, I actually have two. The first one actually is used in a car commercial, believe it or not. I think that's kind of funny. But this is John Keating. He's talking to his class. We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. And medicine, law, business, and engineering, these are notable pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, a city filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here, that life exists, and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? My second favorite line from that movie. This is one that's going around Tumblr and has been since last Monday. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. And I think that one, if you think about it, that one's really true because words and ideas can change the world. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually kind of a bad example, but the Declaration of Independence started off as just words and ideas. Where are we now? Anyway, moving on to the next movie, Hook. This one actually rings true for me lately, especially when you think about the fact that it's Robin Williams, and he stood for a lot. Because of the person he was. Anyway, Peter Banning. He's talking to, I think, his daughter at this point. He says it twice, but thank you for believing. Really like that one. Now, this next movie is Good Morning Vietnam. This quote is from Adrian. I can never pronounce his last name. From the character Adrian. There's an army personnel, staff person, whatever. He's using a whole bunch of technical army jargon, talking about the vice president. Adrian's line. Seriously, Cody, sit still. Adrian's line is, "Excuse me, sir. Seeing as how the VP is such a VIP, shouldn't we keep the PC on the QT? Because if it links to the VC, he could end up MIA, and then we'd all be put out in KP." Yeah. It's my favorite line because it's funny. Or it's funny to me. My dad thinks it's funny too, so it's funny. My favorite line from RV. This is Bob when he's talking about Travis Garnick. This is when he starts playing banjo. Whenever a big white man picks up a banjo, my cheeks tighten. I think I'm gonna watch that movie again. That and Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know. Anyway, from Flubber, Philip Brainard. If we were interested in making money, we wouldn't have become teachers. It kind of has a point. From Aladdin. Now, I've got two favorite quotes from Aladdin. This first one is, they're in the Cave of Wonders. And, this is how, he yeah, Aladdin cons Genie into giving him what he wants without making the wish. This is in the Cave of Wonders. Are you looking at me? Did you rub my lamp? Did you wake me up? Did you bring me here? And all of a sudden you're walking out on me? I don't think so. Not right now. You're getting your wishes, so sit down. In case of emergency, are you here? Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite one. And then my second favorite one is at the end of the movie. Genie lifts up the thing, made you look. Now, this is my next favorite. My next favorite quote comes from Robots. Robin Williams' character was Fender. He's the red robot. He says, "I tell you, the things that fall off of me, it's embarrassing." Just that line. My other favorite line comes from Amanda Bynes' character, Piper. But that's neither here nor there. My next favorite line comes from Man of the Year. The character is Tom Dobbs. This is at one of his stand-up routines. Quoting Benjamin Franklin, apparently. "Politicians are a lot like diapers. They should be changed frequently and for the same reason." I like that line. My next favorite line is he's at a presidential debate. "You want an amendment against same-sex marriage. Anyone who's ever been married knows it's always the same sex." Because I'm lesbian. That holds true. That I don't know. I like that one because of that. But my parents like that one because they think it's funny. But I like that one because I like that one because well, it's right. It's always the same sex. My next set of lines, favorite quotes from Robin Williams, come from his Live on Broadway special. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's funny. It's it's good. Live on Broadway. Canada's like a loft apartment over a really great party. Yes. Sorry for those of you who follow me who are Canadian. I love you. God gave man a penis and a brain, and only enough blood to run one at a time. Sometimes I feel like that's very, very true. This next one is he was doing a segment on 9/11. On the not so hardcore security on the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. At one end, a Hummer and 2 National Guardsmen. At the other end, a Hummer and 2 National Guardsmen. The problem is that the Hummer and the National Guardsmen are wearing jungle camouflage. For those of you who have never been to San Francisco, the bridge is bright orange. I feel like going, "Be very, very quiet. We're working for Tower Wests." And I feel like I did that creepily well. Elmer Fudd was one of my favorite cartoon characters growing up. Him and Bugs Bunny. My next favorite line. "If you want a linguistic adventure, go drinking with a Scotsman. 'Cause you couldn't fucking understand him before." I find that really, really funny because my mom's side of the family, half of my mom's side of the family is Scottish. And it's kind of true. When my uncle gets going, you can't. You can't. You can't. And then you give him a drink, and it's even worse. Yeah. He's yeah. Anyway, my next one is from another portion of his 9/11 segment. And people ask, why are we dropping Pop-Tarts and peanut butter on Afghanistan? Number one, tastes a shitload better than dirt. Which it does. Number two, it is very difficult to make a call to jihad with a mouthful of peanut butter. Secondly, or thirdly, for those of us keeping track, Afghanistan is a hashish smoking culture. And anyone who's ever been a friend of the hookah is going, Pop-Tarts. Oh, and those are my favorite Robin Williams quotes, ladies and gentlemen. And moving on to the last and final question of this video. What shows are you watching as of right now? As of right now, only Teen Wolf. Only Teen Wolf. But I'll be starting up Covert Affairs again soon, as well as White Collar. However, recently I was watching Chuck, but I kind of refused to watch the final 2 episodes of season 5 because I kind of know what already know what happens in them. It's kind of the same reason I won't, or rather I haven't watched the final episode of Merlin. Feels, man, I don't want them. I just don't want them. However, I write enough angst that I'll get them anyway. What is that? That is a really teeny tiny. Okay, this is why I don't have Windows 8. Maybe it's Windows 7. What the fuck am I using? This is Windows 7. Okay, my brother uses Windows 8. Windows 8 distracts me. For some reason I didn't get a Windows phone. I stick to Droid. To Android phones. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Anyway. Yeah, Windows 8 is distracting and I don't particularly care for it. It drives me bonkers. But that is the end of all the questions that I have left over from my last video. That's pretty much what that was. These are some questions that I got from my last video that I didn't get to answer because I didn't want it to be an excruciatingly long video. Kind of like this one, which is 37 minutes thus far. Last video was only like, what, 35? We're pushing 40 minutes here, people. It's going to be fun to upload. But I want to leave you with this quote. Yes, it's from my fortune cookie. I had Chinese today. Only when free from projections we can be aware of reality. Your lucky numbers are 15, 32, 55, 53, 50, and 8. Love you guys.